Welcome to the highlights of day 2 of this third test between Windies and Sri Lanka in the Cricket West Indies Home Series 2018. And again, Kensington Oval, where all the action has taken place in this critical test match in this series. Coming into the day, the Windies were 132 for 5. Shane Dorich on 60 and Jason Holder, the captain, on 33. Sri Lanka were pretty good for the most part with the ball. 2 wickets for Suranga Lakmal and a couple of wickets for Rajita Lahirukumara with 1 for 40. The pitch still held those clumps of green grass interspersed with some drier areas that provided some uneven bounce. We'll go straight to the top of the action now with Jeffrey Dushan and Roshan Abisinger.
Good afternoon to you, Dude.
Afternoon, Roshan. Afternoon, everyone. Yes, at 132 for 5. There's a lot for these two to do. They looked pretty efficient last night, when I would think that batting would have been a little bit more difficult. It's bright sunshine today and good opportunity to get settled, get in and start to work on getting the West Indies to a point of respectability. This man might have something to say about that. Rajita. 2 wickets already and he starts. And doesn't start well. Don't think there was any bat involved. That looks like buys. 4 runs to the total.
Not a good start for Sri Lanka. It's just a low stand going down the leg side. But that has been their problem, particularly in that final session, bowling a little bit too straight and going down the leg side. Interesting to look at how much of runs were scored in that direction, particularly fine leg behind square leg. That ball just slipping down the leg side and 4 runs, 4 buys for the Windies. Interesting interview earlier on, Darren Ganga with Shane Dorich. Upish just closing the bat a little bit too early. Couple of runs. 2 things that came out very strongly out of that was their plan was to bat 5 runs at a time. Another look, lightly scramble seam and just pushing at the ball and going off a leading edge.
Yes, got the bat way out ahead of him, Jason Holder.
Oh, another lovely shot indeed. He's been so good with the drive, anything pitched up. Jason Holder has presented the full face. That's another example of it.
He does the right thing here. Looks to hit the ball straight. Straight back where it's coming from. Nice straight high front elbow. Make sure that he meets the bat and follows through right down the line. And that one seemed to have done a little bit. Holder moved into his stumps to try to turn it on the onside and it flew off the edge. That's beautifully played.
Well, that's another boundary. The 150 is up. They have played some very good shots indeed. A straight drive in the last over. An on drive here by Dorich. They're looking good.
Be interesting to see that delivery that Jason Holder edged through slip. That's a much better length. Should actually be looking to pitch the ball more up to the shorter batsman. They're going to have a. They're going to refer this.
Yes, looks like no bat, and then go to the ultra when you're ready, please. Yes, miss the bat and go to the ball tracking when you're ready, please. Richard waiting for ball tracking, and Richard impact in line and missing the stumps. Stay with your decision, not out. Wait for the call. You're on screen. Go ahead. Well done.
Well, the height always looked an issue to me. Sri Lanka have lost both their reviews. The line was good, but always that height was a question. Not in control. Not the bowler, that is. It's the batsman very much in control. For a moment I thought he didn't have everything, but he split the gap perfectly well. 2 men out on the leg side boundary, but he did split the gap.
For some reason the ball doesn't come up with any great pace out of the middle of this pitch. If anything, it seems to be softer than everywhere else.
We've seen plenty of those from both batsmen, really leaning into it. They'll have to make sure that they stay in that good length area for longer and frustrate the batsman, not leak runs like the Sri Lankans are doing.
And with that shot, Shane Dorich now owns the highest score by a wicketkeeper in day-night tests. Previous highs was 68 by Safraz Ahmed against Sri Lanka in 2017 in Dubai. It's only intermittently that the ball will do something, isn't it? So you have to adjust, Russell. You have to adjust your plan. You have to be a little bit more patient.
Yeah, but the fact that they're searching and nothing's happening, it's ending out just playing into the batsman's hands. 27 more overs for that second new ball.
Reaches it this time at the toe end of the bat. They get a couple. 162 for 5. Flown past mid-off, and 50 to Jason Holder. His 7th of his career, and he's taken his test batting average now for the moment to over 30, which has been a goal of his. Close, gone. Lahiru Kumara strikes. Dorich was a long way across his stumps. Previous occasions, height was a factor. He goes for the review.
Yes, clearly missed the bat. Go to the ball tracking when you're ready. Ghana waiting for the ball tracking. Ghana impact in line and wicket hitting. Stay with your decision out. Wait for the call. You on screen. Go ahead, please. Well done.
He'd already done that, but Jason Holder told Shane Dowrich, just ask the question, because he knew the moment he was hit, he was walking away. Batted really well for 71. Shane Dowrich. Sri Lanka have struck with the Windies now 168 for 6.
Davindra Bishu with the bulging chest guard is at the crease. Now, can he play one of those nuggety?
Down the track. What a lovely shot. Lofted, gets under it. He's got a long reach.
Well, they'd pushed back the long on. Mid-off stayed up. So that was the place to go, right over mid-off.
In the air. Might just run into the boundary. Yes, he gets 4. His 12th boundary of his innings. And Jason Holder motos on.
Just gets the hands out in front of him a bit too early on that one. Maybe doesn't come on to him as quickly as he expects.
Strong appeal. On move, umpire Ian Gould. No reviews remaining for Sri Lanka.
See what this looks like. Well, it seemed to have hit him in line, but question about height. I think he's a tall man, Jason Holder. Well, that's... Oh, dodged a bullet there. No reviews remaining, or he'd have been, that decision would have been reversed.
Edged and taken. Davindra Bishu. His vigil at the crease comes to an end.
Well, it's a weakness of his. He's been out like this quite a few times, hanging the bat outside off stump. And here's another instance and another safe catch. Catcher Mendis, and Kumara picks up his 2nd wicket. West Indies lose their 7th at 183.
Not in control, Holder. Get the feeling that it was a slightly open face to the bat, but he still get a boundary. Useful runs for the captain.
Yeah, it'll hurt Sri Lanka. Holder batted extremely well for his runs. Now with Roach coming in and Sony Shannon Gabriel and Cummings remaining, he'll look to score. That's what he's trying to do at the moment, working out for him. Went straight down that edge.
Oh, is that taken? I think that is outstanding. Oh, that is a magnificent catch. You will never see anything better than that. Dilruan Pereira, he was flying. Take a look at this catch. A catch that can lift a team.
Incredible. He's been watching a lot of the World Cup, I'll tell you. The way he went for that, the Soccer World Cup. He surprised himself as well. No problem at all. We tend to see these each time a wicket falls. Perfect. That's flying. Sign him up. He is a goalkeeper. Well, it didn't come back to hurt the Sri Lankans too much. Holder still standing around, but there didn't seem to be any issue with that. And finally, he's been given the signal, but he's batted really, really well for that 74. The Windies 189 for 8.
That's just, oh, that bounced. That's a little bit uneven.
Amazing, isn't it? Bowlers find the energy after picking up a couple of wickets, and what happens? But during that partnership, just looked a flat pitch. Amazing how things change.
And that's why sometimes pitchers tend to dictate the way you bat on it. Short and wide. He was pouncing on it. That stood up and hammered away behind point.
Yeah, all the support at the moment for Roach though. Played that really well.
Got high. And it's fallen in no man's land. The Windies 200 is up. It's 200 for 8. And continuing in the box up to the first break will be Darren Ganga, and with him, of course, Ian Bishop.
In the air, taken. Simply done. It was angling in. And Miguel Cummings, he found the field at short leg. What a soft dismissal.
Yeah, happy that he got the foot down behind the line. And successful Dilron Pereira. (201 for 9).
Uppish, Shannon Gabriel. So a little bit of flight, lured into the big shot. Has a smile on his face as well. He's looking for runs. Snicked and taken. Shannon Gabriel doesn't last long. Sri Lanka, they've completed their mission of bowling the Windies out.
Excellent from Lahiru Kumara as well. He gets another 4-wicket haul in this series. Top class effort in these conditions, which have assisted the bowlers in terms of bounce and variability of that bounce, and that bounce proving too much for Shannon Gabriel. But we've definitely seen upward curve in the learning process of Lahiru Kumara on this tour. Suranga Lakmal and his men can be proud in dismissing the Windies for 204. The Windies just before the first interval were bowled out for 204. Dorich played well for his 71 and Jason Holder for his 74, but both of them will be disappointed that they couldn't kick on further to a 3-figure score. Lahiru Kumara again was the most impressive of the Sri Lankan bowlers, finishing with 4 for 58. A couple of wickets to Lakmal, and Rajita once again continuing to grow in stature, 3 for 68.
Sri Lanka top order. It's been a cause of concern for them throughout this series. Udawate coming in for a game in the second test match on debut.
Didn't score in the first innings of that particular test. Has another opportunity with the bat. 11 centuries in his first-class career. His partner, on the other hand, Kusal Perera, a little more flamboyant. A stroke player. Takes a lot of risks early in his innings. Not quite sure that approach will work at this venue. A little bit of swing with this new ball. The hardness, a definite challenge for any opening pair.
Great ability of Roach to get that seam towards the first slip from around the wicket. No doubt they'll be working on that type of dismissal.
Loud appeal. Not out, says the umpire, Richard Kettleborough. Not confident, and the captain will go for the review.
Yes, clearly missed the bat. Go to the ball tracking when you're ready. Richard, waiting for the ball tracking. Wait.
Stand by Hawk 1 and wipe to Hawk 1.
Richard, impact in line and wicket missing. Stay with the decision, not out. Wait for the call. You are on screen, go ahead. Well done, man.
Again, very straight from Shannon Gabriel. None for none. And the break for dinner after the first session on day 2. Sri Lanka, they've negotiated 2 overs, but the opening pair will have an opportunity to think about things. They've had the chance to bowl against the Windies, getting a full complement of 10 wickets, so still very much in this game. The Windies, they'll be looking for wickets post the break.
At that first interval, Sri Lanka had not yet scored 0-for-0 with Perera and Udawate at the top of the innings and an over apiece for Kemar Roach and Shannon Gabriel. The Windies 204 and Sri Lanka only just beginning their approach. Is that gone? Yes, it's gone. Once again on that off stump. Roach has the better of Kusal Perera. The early breakthrough the Windies needed.
Well, he certainly got a nick on that. Just making sure that it was a legal delivery, and it is. This one just didn't bounce as much as per expected, and thin inside edge through to the keeper. So Roach strikes early. Kusal Perera goes without scoring. Sri Lanka none for one.
Mendis Gunathilaka is the new batsman. Just a couple of test matches before this one to his name. Average of 12, so a career that is only just beginning.
Wicket. And he's driven straight down the ground. Good looking shot.
Lovely driving. It's one of the things that caught my eye when I saw him in the Champions Trophy in England last summer. Had a half century against India in Sri Lanka's chase of over 300, and the uprightness of his driving was eye-catching.
It was bound to happen. After the horse has bolted, he now tells the umpire, I'm going to come over the wicket.
Touch wide, but a fuller length, and I think it's a length that drew Udawate into a shot more than the line.
Absolutely. Saw it up there, and just the temptation of it pitching so close to him. Then starts to tail away.
Now is that close enough? Yes! Full and at the stumps. That's the delivery that Roach was searching for, and he got it.
Well, it didn't take umpire long to put his finger up. We're talking about it, and it's too late. He's been timed out. But I somehow feel that he would have wasted a review there. This looked pretty good. It was full. This pitch said touchdown just around off stump, just outside, and struck him in front of off stump. No question about that, and seemed to have struck him low enough in the umpire's estimation. And that's the end of Udawate. So 2 for Kimar Roach. Udawate goes for 4. Sri Lanka 16 for 2.
238 runs in the series for Kusal Mendis. At an average of 59.5, it's been a good outing for him so far here in the Caribbean.
That bounced. That's what we've been talking about, that bounce. Certain deliveries have stayed down and some have leapt. That's going to be the challenge.
I always believe that Mendis has the ability to pick the length of the delivery very early. Look how he drops his hands. It's very good technique. He knows that there's a little bit of extra bounce.
Punching it off the back foot, hitting it on the up. He's an upright player. Anushka Gunathilaka generally tends to stand tall as he plays shots like that. Likes to ride the bounce. Goes past the outside edge again. That's the line. He's probing there. That's an area that the batsmen have struggled. Gunathilaka getting drawn into it.
That's a better line from Shannon Gabriel. A couple deliveries went down the leg side. Also, it's not easy from round the wicket to get that type of accuracy.
That's better. That is really good. That was pitched up. He's very good on the up.
Fine shot. Gunathilaka looking the part, definitely responding well. First opportunity, full face of the bat presented. Doesn't look like he's hurried at all. Remember Shannon Gabriel in the last test match got 13 for 121, so he would have been looking.
Mendis, strong wrist, very pretty. Gets a boundary to end the over. That's a big over, 15 runs off it. 35 for 2. Gets it in the gap. Again, as I said, useful runs.
A soft boundary. Gunathilaka, he will take it nonetheless. That's his third boundary of his innings. Gets Sri Lanka going. They've been struggling to score runs off the bowling of Roach. Nice soft hands. Just angle the bat a bit.
Didn't come back enough on that occasion. I think he'll be able to access that ball a lot better when over the wicket.
So much better length from Miguel Cummins. And he's getting some movement as well.
Oh, hammered. Where did that come from? We know where it's going. It's out of here.
Well, that got hit really hard. And it was so short and so slow, it deserved to be hit.
Fantastic pickup from Gunathilaka. Look at that go. Way over the big screen. That wasn't all that short though. He picked it up quickly. Yep, that was a good shot. Clipped that away. Lost and chase, went backward of square. And Mendis gets it in front of square. Time to perfection.
Brings up the 50. This one just too full and too much on leg stump. That's meat and drink for any subcontinent batsman. All good outside, good for off their legs.
Yeah, that was a good piece of fielding early in the over. The fielder was moved. Edge flies through. First slip, second slip, they look at each other.
Well, I said it before that Cummins was getting a little bit of outswing. And he got a little bit of outswing this time and a little bit of bounce as well. There we go. And everybody stands up like a spectator. Nobody moves.
That's exactly what we did up here. Just watch that ball fly.
Tends to happen when the slips are too close together.
Very nice, using the pace. And Sri Lanka will get a boundary. It brings up the 50 partnership between these two. Good consolidation. And approach by the Sri Lankans.
It's a very clever touch from Kusal Mendis.
Uppish and taken. He's been short of wickets. And he gets one after a long time. This is a big wicket for the Windies.
Oh, they're going to check the front foot. Collective holding of the breath. Oh no, oh no, Miguel Cummins will have to go back to the top of his mark. And again, I'm going to say it again, this is unacceptable. I said it last test match, I'll say it again, it's unacceptable.
Just 1 run from the over. 75 for 2. We'll have the second interval. And this is second day. Sri Lanka will feel very pleased with their recovery. This partnership unbeaten was an opportunity for the Windies, but that no ball issue remains prominent in their minds. Miguel Cummings, the guilty person on this occasion. Sri Lanka still trail by 129 runs.
At the second interval, Sri Lanka had progressed to 75 for 2. Problems with their opening partnership, 0 to Kusal Perera and Udawate, only getting 4. But Gunathilaka was on 29 and Kusal Mendis on 22. Both the wickets fell to Kema Roach. He was very impressive in his line and his length. So Sri Lanka were behind by 129 runs.
But a sizable lead will come in handy, having to bat 4th on a pitch which could become more unpredictable come the 4th and the 5th day. Change of end for Holder. Cross seam delivery.
Useful adjustments and variations to be used in Test cricket as well. It's all over. Just as he looked like he was threatening with a big score, Gabriel makes the breakthrough yet again.
Wow. First ball after the break. And would you believe it? A very loose shot from Kusal Mendis. Nowhere near it. Looked like he wanted to hit him over mid-on. Well, that's perfect for Shannon Gabriel. They missed out on quite a few wickets because of no balls. On a big, big blow. Kusal Mendis clean bowled for 22, 75 for 3.
Off the mark straight away with a boundary. What a start for De Silva.
So easy on the eye, Dhananjay De Silva. Just a bit of drift onto the pads. Very nicely played. Shannon Gabriel's first spell was from the Malcolm Marshall end. He's just moved on to the Joel Garner end.
That's good. Thought about it, umpire Richard Kettleborough.
The angle is the one in question. Was it missing leg? He's going upstairs.
Check. Hawk 2. Next.
Well, it looks like no bat involved. Ultraj, please. Yes, clearly missed the bat. Go to the ball tracking when you're ready, please.
Hawk 1 next to Hawk 2 for tracking.
Richard waiting for the ball tracking. Richard, impact in line. Hitting the stumps. So you need to reverse your decision, Richard. Wait for the call. You are on screen.
So there you go, the Windies, wicket number 4. First reaction, you thought that was going to cannon into leg stump.
Nothing from umpire Gould. Shannon Gabriel not getting much support from behind the stumps.
Very animated. Gabriel felt he heard something immediately. He was on to Jason Holder. Yes, call for the review. Let's have a look. I reckon Roshan was a little bit late on this shot.
Well, it's a torrid time. They're asking the question. Well, Ian Gould doesn't think that's out. And they referred it. So let's see.
Please go to the ultra edge when you're ready, please. Yes, clearly missed the bat. Go to the ball tracking when you're ready, please. Ghana waiting for the ball tracking. Ghana impact in line, hitting the stumps. You need to reverse your decision. Wait for the call. You on screen.
Well, they have been brilliant with their reviews. They have been simply outstanding. Dhananjay De Silva, the decision has been reviewed and he's been sent on his way. Half of the Sri Lankan side out for 85. Another look. I wouldn't mind it, and they would like him to play that shot, attempt that shot a little bit more.
This is the shot they want Niroshan Dickwella to play. He gets a stride in this time. Usually he'll just stand there and the hands go, the feet don't go.
Again, you could see that he's going to get runs there, but that's precisely the plan. Didn't see a great stride out on that occasion. It was more the hands reaching for it. I think Dickwella saw that. Really didn't go too far, but he was controlling it with his hands. Just slicing it. He's looking to open that face. You could see that pressure. You could see the pressure on his face. Oh, just short of the man. The plan very nearly worked. Just angling it back at the left-hander. The delivery that was bouncing, he was not in control. It was too close.
Got big on him, and he didn't have enough room to play the shot to free the arms. In St. Lucia, when he made 62, I think it was, he uppercut a few of them, top-edged a few cuts over the slips.
This time, he's going his way, Niroshan Dickwella. That's the way he plays, goes generally hard at it, hard hands, firm-footed. And he gets a boundary. Main strike bowler, this was the last ball. Dickwella just again slashing hard. Just getting an edge, flying. Well, he is in some pain there. Seemed to be in serious pain there. He's holding on to that shoulder. He's done a lot of bowling. Squaring up a bit. Roach and Silva generally presents a bat in that manner. 99 for 5. $99 for 5. We thought we were going to have a drinks break, the Blue Waters drinks break, but instead what we've had is a real break in play because we've had some rain. In fact, rain's falling on the ground, and the moment the cover's out there, and it's another stoppage. Sri Lanka at the moment 99 for 5. It's strong winds, and also a very steady drizzle.
So Sri Lanka end on a 99 for 5 after rain intervened and cut short play once again. 29 to Gunathilaka and 22 to Kusal Mendis. They had a 59-run partnership, but things fell away a little bit after that, and it was left up to Silva, not out on 3, along with Dikwella on 13. The early work was done by Kemar Roach, 2 for 13. He was excellent on his home ground, and then belatedly, Shannon Gabriel got into the attack and finished with 2 for 42. So at the end of play on day 2, Sri Lanka 99 for 5, still trailing by 105 runs.